once again, it's going to be a doodle video. I'm going to be doodling on this cardboard packaging. I really like drawing on this because I like the holes in the cardboard, to be honest. I think those are quite nice. I think it's quite a nice light tone of grey, and it's just about the right size to do a quick doodle on, get some nice ideas down, and make a video. So that's the plan right now. Multitasking a bit there. Sorry, I was sending something on my phone to the computer. There's been a lot of that lately. And to be honest, there's actually right behind me, I don't know if you can see, all of this packing paper, because this is what my framed artwork was wrapped in when I was transporting the pieces of work from the frame shop to here, and then from here to the gallery. So I have a ton of that stuff in my car as well, and it's a little bit much and everything needs a cleaning out. But that video was the last one I uploaded, was talking about the exhibition. This video is not about that. This video is about this. And I'm going to be using some of these pens. I'm thinking some of the colors I prefer to others. Sometimes they're nice in combinations, but I'm thinking of using the red pen. There's a guy on Instagram who I see doing doodles in a red pen. It's not this one, but it's going to be red ink anyway, because I really like the look of his drawings. This drawing is going to be nothing like his, but yeah, it's just the red ink has kind of stayed in my mind. And I'm also going to use this gel pen, Liquid Draw gel pen. I think that's quite a handy little mark maker. And maybe a black as well. Black, white, and red. It's a nice, tidy little combo for this light mid-tone grey. So yeah, that's the plan. All right. Let's first of all show what these pens look like. Get these back inside just to show the camera. All right, this is what I'm working with. Lovely pens. I don't use them enough. I need to use them more often. And then let's open up this cardboard. Now, when I do drawings like this, what I like to do is to just start with hatching. So just to go abstract for the start. And the reason for that is that it really kind of warms me up to what it is that I can do with shapes. And these shapes become an idea generator for the rest of the piece. So I really just enjoy the mark making. I work on some kind of a pattern that builds. It's just a response. One mark leads to another mark, and you end up with something which suggests something else. That's how I do it anyway, and that's what this piece is going to be based off. But yeah, I don't know, maybe all abstract, maybe part abstract and part something else. I don't know. Okay. Go a little bit wider and a little bit further out. It's all fun, it's all play. And the important part is to try and make the most of this space and make it interesting for myself and anyone else who's looking at the drawing, so that you can enjoy what it is you're working on. And also to try and push yourself a little bit further than the last drawing. every time you manage to go outside of what you did last time a little bit further, you kind of take a step further into the development of your artistic journey. It's a bit of an overused phrase, but that's how I'm going to put it, just like everyone else does. Kind of is a bit of a journey. Now, there's a couple of other videos that I've been hoping to upload, but I just haven't had the opportunity yet, because one is a kind of a drawing challenge which someone has asked me to be part of. It's a friend of mine. She's been on the podcast, and there's somebody else who's contributing to the challenge. I'm waiting for that to be posted. I did my submission for it, must be 3 weeks ago at least. So I'm now tempted to do a digital color layer on my submission, because I've been waiting for so long. I could just do that. The other one that I want to upload, which isn't quite finished yet, is it's a box of cereal that I've taken apart, turned inside out, and drawn some characters on, and then used some other felt colored pens, not these, but they are more like markers, basically. They're underneath the desk somewhere. I'm not going to bother getting them out now, but it's a load of marker pens. And I've got that to a certain point, which is okay. But then I got busy with the exhibition stuff, so I had to stop. And then as soon as that one's done, that will be uploaded. I fancy trying it again, but I might just upload this one first and then keep trying them and get better and better, hopefully anyway. But then there's another thing which I'm overdue doing, which is, instead of a doodle, which these are all kind of doodles, except for the art challenge or art prompt, that one is less of a doodle and more of an illustration, but I approach it fairly similar, except instead of on cardboard like the cereal box and like this drawing which I'm doing here, it's actually on white paper. Because for the art prompt, I thought if I draw it on a piece of A4 paper, I can then photograph it, submit it, and that's what I'm going to offer up. And yeah, that is something which is a bit more of an illustration. It's not exactly agonized over, but all I mean by that is I haven't really second guessed anything or designed anything. I've just kind of played on the page, but it all worked out. It was quite fun. There's something else that I'm going to be doing soon that's going to be a lot more of a kind of specific illustration. I'm going to do it on A2, I think it is. Yeah, A2 black paper. I'm looking forward to that because that's going to be fairly large for my type of drawing, and also it's going to look abstract, but it's going to be of something specific. I have reference photos that I'm going to use, and that's going to be part of an exhibition that's happening fairly soon. So I'm overdue doing it, really. But it should only take, I don't know, maybe one day to do. Maybe it could take a couple of days. I'm not sure, but I'm going to film that process so that you can see the piece develop. So that's something that should be coming up maybe as a video next week. I'm not sure about the art challenge, so I'm not going to talk about any details. And the cereal box is just whenever I get chance, because that's partway done. I've filmed everything that I've done so far, so I'll just continue with that until it's at a good stage and then post that. But I really want to go crazy, because at the moment it's really tame, and I don't really like leaving things too tame. You know what I think I'm going to do on this? I think I'm going to push into another color pen is what I'm going to do now. So yeah, that's the plan. And also I'm going to start uploading some content on my Patreon channel, which won't be available on YouTube. And it's going to be different things, like a video series that I'm filming. I'm going to do short versions on this channel, but then I'm going to do full versions on the Patreon, and it's going to be featuring Alberto Ruiz, chap who did this book here, Line and Mass. Him and I have been discussing his video series, so I'm going to be kind of hosting that video series and asking him questions whilst he makes work. And we're going to produce that together so that it's a video series that he can offer on his website or something like that. But I'm going to offer it on my Patreon because it's going to be a longer, unedited version. But also, I have several things that I'm going to be putting onto Patreon soon. One is some behind the scenes from this first exhibition. And there's certain stories that I want to tell, bits of, what do the people say, spill the tea. We're doing some of that. And but aside from that, I'm also going to be doing a review of the interview where I was interviewed on Gabriella Handel's channel. I'm going to be doing a review of that. That's going to be on my Patreon account, my Patreon channel, I should say. So that's going to be fairly soon. There are lots of things that are coming up that are quite cool that I think are a bit different ideas that I'm going to do on the Patreon channel instead of doing it on the YouTube channel. YouTube, I'm going to still try to inject new and fun ideas, but there's a specific direction I'm going to go with the Patreon where I really do appreciate patrons and I want to reward them with content that is a little bit more than what I am currently doing on YouTube. Not to punish anyone on YouTube, because I really appreciate anyone who's subscribed and viewing this channel. So if you are able, pop over there. It's only $3 a month, comes to about £2.50 a month in the UK. So if you can afford to support me for that amount, that's the only tier I've got so far, but I will be adding tiers soon because there are other ideas that I have as well, as far as kind of maybe longer form content, maybe content that's a little bit, I don't know, again, a little bit more than what I've currently been doing. I've been filming a lot and sharing a little, so I'm going to start sharing more, but it takes a lot of editing. So that'll be something which I update you with as it happens. But yeah, for now, I'm glad that I'm doing this doodle on here because this is the type of thing which I like for my YouTube channel. I think it's fun. I think it's interesting. And I think it's always something which I like to try to develop beyond what it has been before. I've got such a collection of these pieces that by the end of it, I'm going to have such a massive pile of these slips of cardboard. They could even be exhibited themselves. Who knows? Maybe sometime in the future, they will be. So, okay, let's see what we've got.